The issue of manufacturing outflow and industrial hollowing out in the United States has been debated for years, from Obama to Trump, and then from Trump to Biden. Now that Trump is in office again, politicians have taken turns, deploying every policy tool possible. But what's the result? The reshoring of manufacturing has always been more talk than action. Why do these massive efforts always yield so little? If we're willing to set aside political correctness and get to the heart of the matter, we'll find that for American manufacturing to truly relocate, unions must first be eliminated. This may sound harsh, but it's based on a true judgment based on economic principles. Unions, especially those with legal privileges, the ability to initiate strikes, and the ability to hijack production, have become the heaviest shackle on American manufacturing. They ostensibly protect workers' rights, but in reality they are driving up labor costs, hindering technological innovation, and undermining the investment climate, ultimately driving businesses out and destroying jobs. A look at history reveals this. The decline of the American auto industry is a prime example. The powerful United Auto Workers UAW secured enviable high wages and benefits for its members through repeated strikes and negotiations. But what was the result? Detroit, once known as the Motor City, has fallen into the Rust Belt. General Motors went bankrupt and underwent restructuring, while Ford struggled to survive. Numerous factories closed, leaving workers without not only high benefits but also their jobs. How could this protect workers? It was clearly a catastrophic destruction of the entire industry. The destructive power of labor unions goes far beyond this. They resist automation and oppose new production technologies, fearing that machines will take away jobs. This anti-innovation mentality has directly led to the United States lagging far behind competitors in traditional industries like shipbuilding and steelmaking in technological advancement compared to those in Japan and South Korea. While others are adopting laser cutting and robot welding, American factories are still using last-century methods, which are costly and inefficient. How can they compete? To make matters worse, the existence of labor unions has made the American business environment fraught with uncertainty. With frequent strikes and production schedules halted at random, what company would dare invest and build a factory in such an environment? When CAO DeWong established a factory in the United States, he made it clear, if a union comes in, we'll close down. This reflects the sentiment of many entrepreneurs. It's not that they are unwilling to invest in the United States, but that they simply can't stand the harassment of labor unions. Some might argue that unions have also secured higher wages for workers. But this is a misconception. In the short term, unions can indeed enable some members to receive wages above market levels, but this comes at the expense of more jobs. Basic economic laws dictate that artificially inflated prices, including labor prices, inevitably lead to reduced demand. When wages are raised above market levels, companies are forced to reduce employment or simply relocate factories to lower-cost locations. In fact, the sectors where American manufacturing is truly thriving, such as the tech and financial sectors, are precisely where unions are weakest. Silicon Valley programmers don't strike, yet their incomes and benefits are among the highest in the world. Why? Because these industries follow market principles and rely on innovation and efficiency, not on strikes and negotiations to fight for benefits. Ultimately, the reshoring of American manufacturing isn't a matter of tariffs or subsidies, but rather a question of the institutional environment. Without abolishing union privileges and liberalizing the labor market, any amount of tariffs or subsidies will only serve to staunch the problem. Businesses pursue profits, and no one wants to return to an environment where production is controlled by unions, characterized by high costs and low efficiency. Banning unions isn't about depriving workers of their rights, but about restoring healthy labor-capital relations, allowing wages to be determined by the market, and making productivity the true source of income growth. Only then can American manufacturing truly resurge. Otherwise, no matter who becomes president or what slogans are shouted, it will be nothing more than another political show.